Hi guys! So today's video is a bit different. I'm going to be doing it soft-spokenly, so there's a good mix between ASMR-ish style and an actual, I don't know what it is, a story time, explanation, I don't know. So it's going to be on my 2 nose jobs. Many of you wanted this video considering there has been a lot of opinions about my nose. But yeah, I've been very open about it ever since the beginning, and I wanted to do this video ever since I got my first nose job, but we'll get into it why I got a second one. So I got a nose job, the first one in September of 2019, and it was mostly because I didn't like my nose. I thought it was too big for my face, mainly the tip of it was way too big, yeah, and there was a big bump on my nose which I didn't like, but I also could not breathe with my right nostril, which was significantly smaller, and yeah, I also had a deviated septum, and so I got it while I was 18 years old. So going into it, I knew it's going to be a bit more complicated considering I had my nose broken when I was like 4 or 5 or 6, something like that. I was like very small, and so the surgeon knew my nose is going to have some probably scarring, bones that don't really, you know. I got an appointment for the surgery and I was not scared, even though in Slovakia they do it in local anesthesia. And so yeah, I went. The surgery took about an hour and 15 minutes, which is a bit long for the procedure, and it was very painful. But there were many complications during my nose job, considering the surgeon has no idea of knowing what the inside of your nose looks like before they open you up. So what he found was a double cartilage, yeah, a doubled cartilage. Like, it wasn't normal, it was like 2 times. It was there 2 times, that was connected on one part of my nose, and the soft part of my nose, like this part, not the bones, were extremely hard, and my bones were misplaced. As I grew up, they grew weirdly. So first what he had to do was put them all together how they're supposed to be, put my septum in order, and only then he could get to the cosmetic part of the procedure, which was shaving down my bone and making my tip smaller, which you can only have the nose job procedure can only take a certain time, because after that your nose starts to swell, so the surgeon can't see how it looks like very well, so they cannot continue. So yeah, that's what he had to do. He had to finish up and like close me up before my nose started to swell. And yeah, the recovery was amazing. The only bad part was that you can't breathe, and considering it is done in local anesthesia, I had barely any swelling, barely any bruising. So after like a week, it was all good, but like obviously the nose itself is swollen for a very long time. So mine was swollen for around 7 months that I could actually feel the swelling, considering it was such a difficult procedure. And yeah, like obviously my nose didn't look how I wanted it to look. I still thought it was a big improvement from what I had, but he could not make my nostrils even, so he got my nose straight, but that's why people thought it was like crooked or something because my nostrils were still how they were, even though my nose was now straight instead of going to the side. And he had time to shave down my bone, but he didn't have time to lower the soft part of my nose because it was so hard and unruly, I suppose. But yeah, I was like still happy with my nose. Didn't really consider getting a second nose job, but then I thought about like, yeah, maybe he agrees, maybe he thinks it's necessary for me to get a second nose job. So I went to, like, obviously went to checkups and all that, and after like 10 months, no, less, maybe like 8 months, he said that yeah, like my nose still needs some cosmetic adjustments, considering he didn't have time to finish everything up because I had so many health issues inside of my nose. So yeah, I got scheduled for a second nose job, which was in July this year. So I'm like 3 months post-op, I think. Yeah, something like that. And yeah, it also took a bit longer because my nose was very unruly, my bones were super hard. Like, yeah, obviously there was scar tissue and stuff like that, but yeah, he nailed it. Again, the recovery was so easy. It was, again, no swelling, no bruising, nothing. I mean, yeah, obviously there was some swelling, but barely anything. It was like 2 days of minor swelling and that was it. And yeah, obviously my nose is still swollen. Nose job swelling lasts about 6 months to a year, but honestly I think my nose looks amazing right now. I am so happy with it. I don't think anyone could do a better job than he did, and yeah, I love it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, because I will be doing a second video dedicated only to your questions. This was just like a summary and yeah, an explanation why I got 2 nose jobs. Like the second one was obviously a revision. So yeah, I hope you understand now more about how my nose job went, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.